Hello guys, this is Miss Barnes with you. I have 10 minutes for this video and every video because of my account. I have a free account, so make sure you're paying attention. It won't be very long. All right, so let's get started with the topic, how to use and spell the A sound. This is talking about the long A. We know how to read these, but we need to know also, when do I spell them, okay? And it's a tricky thing. The rule is that if you have AY, it's going to be spelled at the end of a word, which is represented by the star being towards the right, because that's the end of the word. We read from left going to the right. Therefore, A will come at the end of a word or a syllable. Also, AY will not have any letter friend after it, unless, of course, you're talking about a new syllable. But in any one syllable or any particular part of a word that AY is in, it will not have a friend coming after it. Now we have AI and AE. They both follow the exact same rule. So it's a little difficult to tell which one you use, and that's just going to have to come with practice and reading lots of words and knowing which one's which. AI and AE both say A, and they come at the beginning of words, represented by the first star, and they also come in the middle of words, represented by the second star. But they do not come at the end of a word or a syllable, because they would have to become AY instead. Also, for AI and AE, they have to have a letter friend after them, and AY doesn't have a letter friend. So let me show you what I'm talking about. First, let's talk about the position of words, or the position of the A sound within a word. For that, I'm going to go to my grapheme and phoneme map. Grapheme means letter, phoneme means sound. So let's take the word rain. R, A, N, rain. Now I put yellow for the A sound, so I know it's coming in the middle. I also see that it has something after it, so that's a letter friend. R, A, N. Now based on my rules, it has to be AI or AE. And it's going to come with practice knowing which one's which. So let's write the letters. R, A, N, rain. AI came in the middle, it had a letter friend, and it just happens to be AI. If I tried to do the magic E rule, it would look funny, okay? Let's put that up here. It just wouldn't look right. Because once you spell something, you should go back and read it and make sure that you can actually read what it says, okay? I'm going to put this E inside the same box because it doesn't make a sound if it's magic E. But if you needed to, you could write an E in the next box. So here's rain. I'm like, oh, that doesn't look right. I've read a lot of books, I've read a lot of sentences, and when I read the word rain, this one looks like the right one. Now, if you're not sure which one looks right, take your best guess, okay? Because either one has a good chance of being right. But we want to keep AI. That's the correct spelling for rain. Now let's look at the next word. The next word is grape. G, r. Those two go in separate boxes because we say grr when we read, but not when we're chopping up all the sounds. So again, it's g, r, a. Oh, A is in the middle and has a letter friend, p, after it. So it has to be AI or AE because they both get letter friends and they're both the only kind that can go in the middle. So let's look at grape with the letters. G, R, A, P, grape. Now again, you can put the magic E over here because the E jumps over the P to make the A say its name. This is how you spell grape. If you tried it the other way, it wouldn't look very good, okay? And I'll show you really quickly, hopefully. All right. Well, it's going to show you very small in black. Okay. Now, if I were going to look at this, I'm not using the boxes at this point, just to make it faster. If I were looking at the word grape, and I saw this, because I've read a lot of things, a lot of books, a lot of sentences, I've never seen grape look that way before. It doesn't look right to me. It follows the rules, but it doesn't look good. So, goodbye, grape. That's not the way we spell you. We spell you with a magic E. All right, the next word is going to be play. P, A. Oh, A is at the end. So I know it has to be AY. Plus, I've seen the word play a bunch of times because it's a frequent word. And AY says A when it's at the end. But it can also be at the end of a syllable in a two-syllable word. For instance, if I said playing, well, ing means it's happening right now. What's happening right now? Well, the word play is happening right now. So we are playing. Oh, so we have ing, playing. Here is where I would divide my syllable. So AY still is at the end of the syllable. And then I can just add the ing. If I need a line, I could draw a line really quickly. Playing. If you see, the AY is still at the end of the syllable. AY could be at the end of this syllable. As long as it's at the end of where you're breaking a word, or it's just the end of a syllable or end of a regular word. Because remember, play by itself can be a word if you don't even add ing. So now let's try reading some words. Rain. Oh, look, there's that letter friend referenced by the little blue oval. And when I talk about letter friends, if you notice, all the blue things are over on the right side. Because when we're talking about letter friends, we're not talking about what comes before an A and an I. We only want to know what's coming after. So we have jail, fair, stare, pair, pale, stain, sprain. These are all A sounds that are in the middle. Remember, they can be at the beginning. For instance, in the word ale. Ale is whenever you are sick. You are ailing. See, we have A at the beginning, and we also have a letter friend. Therefore, ale fits the AI rule. Now, talking about how AI and AE have the same rule, so it's really hard to know which one's which. Well, sometimes words have the same, they sound the exact same, but they mean something different, and they're spelled differently. Here we have the magic E sound, or magic E word, and it is date. Notice I didn't highlight the E because the E actually doesn't have a sound. It's just making the A say its name. And then the T is a letter friend that comes after. Plate. Now, it won't always be a T, okay? It could be any letter friend. Glare. Glare is where you stare at someone very angrily. Or it could be when the sun's really bright and maybe it's shining on the TV and you can't see the TV because there is a glare. Then we have grape. That was one of our words. The P is the letter friend. Notice the A sound comes in the middle. They can also come at the beginning, like in the word ate. I ate my food. A comes at the beginning with the letter friend. Also in the word ape, as in gorilla. We have A at the beginning with a letter friend after it, okay? All right, now I'm going to talk about how some words sound the same. For instance, we had stare, as in you go up the stairs. But then we had stare, as in you look at someone. So again, different spellings can have different meanings for different words, but stare and stare sound the same. That's just going to come with knowledge, okay? Last one, AY comes at the end like play and stay and spray and played.